just got some major reveals for the next Piggy build mode update, and I'm going to be covering every single thing. So Epic Tank was doing a brand new stream where he was building stuff for the next Piggy build mode update live. There was a lot to see. A brand new icon. This icon is, of course, the long-awaited build mode shop. We don't know what the inside of the menu looks like yet, or how it works though. But when the information does leak though, make sure you subscribe because I'll be covering it first. Now I'm going to be showcasing every single new decoration that was just teased and developed that's going to be coming in the next Piggy build mode update. Here are some that you might have missed. The first one, of course, is the trash bags. Now, for those who don't know, what Epic Tank is doing right now is, so you guys know how every decoration is like in a square format? Well, he's giving the decoration a hitbox. Now, Epic Tank has taken this decoration and he's put it in his own special debug menu so we can test it out. And as you can see, there it is, the brand new decoration. So you can see that unlike most decorations, this one you can actually walk through. The next decoration Epic Tank is working on is something that I have wanted in the game for a long time now. It is the smoke block. And he's even reformatting how the particles themselves work. Beforehand, you can see that the smoke was kind of just hazing everywhere, all in different directions. But now, as you can see, by changing the settings, he was able to make it so that the smoke is puffing upwards. Maybe this will be the actual version of the smoke block. We will have to see. And you can see that he's actually changing the speed of the particles as well. And better yet, something else he can do is he can change the colors as well. I really hope that ends up becoming a feature though, because that just looks amazing. So maybe if you want to have it where you have a boat and you want to make it look like a flare is set off, you can have red smoke. It's just fully customizable. And once he's done, you can see that there's the smoke block. It's got itself a whole bunch of settings configurations. You can see the first one up here is time scale, rise in velocity, stuff like this that just generally allows you to make it a lot more fluid. You can fully customize how it works. So I think in general, when it does release, you can have it maybe going upwards or just having the smoke all around. It's really nice. Now, for some reason, the block itself is solid, but don't worry, you can actually change this in the settings with the opacity setting. Now, in my personal opinion, I think this block should just not be visible at all to work very similar to the other particle blocks, but you can see that there's actually one more setting down here, the size. You can actually change how large the smoke is. And I think that's really nice because instead of having to sit there and place like a gazillion different smoke blocks to create like a huge smoke effect, you can just sit there and increase the size. I mean, it's pretty plain and simple. That way, instead of having to place down a bazillion different smoke blocks just to create that large effect, you can just sit there and change the size. It's very handy and it saves a lot of data. Next up, Epic Tank goes into the safe place map, and it looks like this is our next decoration. It is the luggage cart. He takes the luggage cart and he's basically going to extract it out of the map. Now for this luggage cart, it's gonna be pretty tricky to fit it inside of a single square without either making it way too small or something else. But here's the thing, he could just make it 2 blocks tall. So as you can see, he's giving it the proper hitbox and it's all done. It's really nice. Now this version of the cart doesn't have the luggage already on it, which I think is actually better in case you want to do some offsets and put some stuff inside of it, or if you just want to, keep it empty. I think that's really nice. Maybe you can make like some railings or something like that into a wall if you offset it properly. It could be really cool to use, you know? And now Epic Tank is in the game and boom, we got the luggage cart. Now, I assume that you, of course, can change the color and texture of the base of the cart. That's why you can see the bottom of it is pure white. Which is really nice. You can just change it up and have full customization there, you know what I mean? You can even do some offsetting like Epic Tank is doing right here, except he, of course, has the advanced move tool. And you can make like a little makeshift ladder if you really wanted to. I guess it would work on some avatars better, but it still looks pretty cool. Moving on, the next map that Epic Tank has chosen is the Hunt chapter, specifically the second map. Now, for those of you guys who play Piggy Says and have all those couches all over the front area, you're definitely gonna love this. Or if you're just decorating in general, you're gonna like this as well. It is a brand new couch. This couch looks a lot more detailed. The model just looks a lot nicer, and I'm sure you guys are gonna appreciate this one a lot because the current couch inside of build mode is so weird. It's just like super blocky and ugh. So of course, as you guys can see, Epic Tank is giving it the proper hitbox to make sure it fits in. It's gonna be about 2 blocks wide. And here we got our brand new couch. The details just super nice. And look at the color quality and the texture quality too. It's just so nice. Look at this. Like, you can actually change the fabric. Now, of course, which would make sense, you can't change the texture on it. You can only change the color. Because, I mean, why would you have a cracked lava couch? You know what I mean? The next map that Epic Tank chooses is actually the heist chapter. And inside the heist map, in this lower area room, we got a bunch of server boxes, which is a really cool decoration. I've actually seen people try to recreate those inside of build mode, and to have one officially is gonna be really nice. And now, as you can see, it is a brand new decoration. Something I hope that Epic Tank may end up changing is making it so that the lights inside the server box can be powered. So that way, if you power on this decoration, the lights turn on, and if you power off the decoration, it'll the lights will turn off. Because I see a lot of events people make with their own server boxes that have them turn on and off. And I think it would just be a really cool addition, you know what I mean? It would work very similar to how the fire decoration itself works, where you can power on and off, but if it's not linked and you just place it down by default, it'll just stay on forever. One other thing you can take note of here is that it's technically a light source. You can see that right here, you can see that there's actually light coming off of it. Right here. I think that's just a really nice touch, because most decorations themselves don't actually have light sources. They're actually completely disabled. The next map that Epic Tank goes into is the original RB Battles map. And what he finds inside this map is actually the food trays. You can actually see these in the malls chapter as well. So if you're ever making like a school roleplay map, or you're making any kind of area where, you know, there's just food, well, you got yourself your, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. It's literally just a food serving tray area. Now, I'm gonna admit, this is a pretty long decoration. This is like 4 blocks wide or something like that. It's pretty crazy. Now, I think what Epic Tank was trying to do here was actually trying to make it shorter. That way it's not super wide as it was. And there you have it, the refined version of the food tray area. I actually prefer that it's not super wide. That way you can combine them together if you do want it to be a wider version. Look how nice this is. Now, you can't recolor, actually you probably can recolor and retexture it, the shelves themselves, but of course you can't change how the food looks like inside. I think it's also supposed to be clippable, but that'll probably be fixed in the next update. The next map that Epic Tank is going to be finding the next decoration in is the camp chapter. And inside the camp chapter is a decoration people have been wanting for a while now. I've seen people recreate this decoration for quite a good amount of times now, and that is the bunk beds. So Epic Tank once again is setting up the hitbox for all this, and there you have it. Yeah, the bunk bed decoration. I'm sure that he's going to make it so that you can recolor and retexture it, all that kind of cool stuff. But we will just have to wait and see. Comment down below which of these decorations you're most excited for. I post videos on the new Piggy updates as soon as they release alongside build mode tech. So if you want more stuff like that in your feed, make sure you subscribe.